pretty common in most countries, will either there will
Where's
be attempts
Captain
to cover
Jack?
it up, or it will kind of get buried, or in this case, censored. But why would they censor a hailstorm and clouds? Is it because Chinese netizens believe
Looking
that
for
both
black
events, the
pearl?
hail and the clouds,
ได้อะไร
are
กิน
the
จ้า
heavens taking revenge?
อ๋อได้ผัด
4 days
ได้ผัดหมี่ฝรั่งจ้ะ
2 days before the hailstorm.
เขาเรียกว่าอะไรนะ เอินว่าสปาเกตตีไหม
Chinese actor suspiciously dies in Beijing. Yu Menglong falls to his death from this very expensive high-rise building. It's a residential apartment building, but he falls from the 5th floor of a unit that does not belong to him. This is not his apartment. And the police, they investigate, and very quickly, within hours, they rule out all foul play. They say that he was drunk. This is his friend's apartment. He came for a dinner party with like a dozen other people. And he got drunk and he fell from the 5th floor and he died. It is a tragic accident. They don't investigate over a dozen people at the party. They don't investigate further into his death. In fact, they just start censoring anybody who has questions online about Yu Menglong's passing.
ยูเมงล
Why
อ
are
ง
you censoring that? And a few days
Sorry.
later, when the hailstorm
พี่อยู่
hits,
ต่างประเทศเหรอพี่อยู่ประเทศไทยอ่ะ
all the
ทำไมทุกคนคิดว่าพี่อยู่ต่างประเทศอ่ะ
weeping and grieving together for Yu Menglong's death.
Guys, why so many people think that I'm not in Thailand? Like I actually live somewhere else, like in another country. Why?
Yu Menglong was tortured so badly that he was killed.
That plot over there,
The anger and wrath of Yu
The
Menglong's
socket over there.
injustice is being depicted in Mother Nature.
can tell that I'm in Thailand. ทุกคนค่ะถ้าไม่มั่นใจว่าหนูอยู่ประเทศอะไรดูปลั๊กข้างหลังได้นะคะ
Seemingly unrelated hailstorm and
ปลั๊ก
clouds.
ไทยแลนด์เลย
But like, why would the government do that? Why would they go so far to censor the news of literal hailstorms,
Right.
natural disasters, natural weather events? Are they saying that this is all
Country
connected to
you wanna
Menglong?
visit.
Are they saying that this is revenge?
Switzerland,
Like,
Japan.
Why would they be censoring that? Who would they even be protecting by censoring this news? Why does it seem like all of China believes that Yu Menglong's
America.
death was not an accident?
I don't know what you're gonna say.
Reopen and reinvestigate.
I wanna go to
Who are
America.
they protecting? The over a dozen people at the party
I wanna-
that day? Then who are those people?
I want to live that American dream.
And are all the conspiracies true? That he was tortured before his death? That he swallowed a USB containing government secrets? And that his mom is now missing? That there is now a video being sold? A video that was taken by one of the partygoers of Yu Menglong being tortured to death? That it's being sold online for $100,000? Or that they killed his dog in front of him to get him to comply? Or that his
How about
entire
Korea?
career
Same
since
oppa.
2020 has been controlled by
You know what?
executives that wanted a lot more from him.
Someone can come to
Decipher
Thailand.
what is true, what is not true. If everything is getting deleted and censored, even his entire existence, it feels like it's soon going to be wiped.
มีละครเรื่องใหม่อีกไหมคะติดที่เรียนมาก เดี๋ยวรอเลย มาแน่ แต่ยังบอกไม่ได้ว่าเรื่องอะไรนะตอนเนี้ยต้องอุบไว้ก่อน มีบางคนควรมีภาคสองอยากให้เทียนคู่เชน
We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mangoes and the New York Immigration Coalition.
เขาบอกว่าเป็นเพื่อนกันแหละดีแล้วไง
Represents over 200 immigrant and refugee rights groups throughout New York. And this episode's partnership is also made possible to support our growing team. And we'd also like to thank you guys as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates.
Kuya.
As full show notes are available at RottenMangoPodcast.com.
I'm eating spaghetti.
We will be linking a signature petition on the website demanding justice for Yu Menglong. And there are tons of disclaimers.
I'm gonna call y'all
Sensitive
Kuya.
topics such as brief mentions of self-exit, corruption, drugging, physical assault, and essay. And today's case takes place in China, and we had our professional translators working around the clock to gather all the information for this case. Even then,
Addie,
we had
Kuya
multiple
means big
discussions
brother.
on whether or not we could even
Or
cover this
uncle?
case in these videos. Frankly,
Oh,
censorship
no.
is a big hindrance in the researching of this case. The information out there is largely unverified, limited. It's constantly getting deleted. It's constantly getting re-uploaded, disproven, and just cannot be traced back to a
Tita.
single credible source. I think the problem is with cases like this,
You're gonna say, how can you call
because
us
the last thing
Tita when we're younger
is
than
spread
you?
unconfirmed rumors to indirectly, accidentally cast light onto someone who may have no involvement in anything nefarious is also a fear of ours. But we think that's exactly why this case needs to be talked about. It is highly unlikely that any new information will come out that is verified. It is highly unlikely that the police are going to start listening and verifying or denying
Call me
which
Papa.
rumors are true
No.
and which ones are not with fact-based
I'ma call you
evidence. It is
Lolo.
highly, highly unlikely that anything will be done as of right
Pinoy?
now towards figuring out what actually happened to Yu Menglong on an official level, which means with time,
I'm Pinoy
people
best
could
friend.
just stop talking about Yu Menglong.
I'm Pinoy
that's
best
why
friend,
we're making this
which is
episode.
Thailand.
No, I'm going to tell you
I'm
right
Thai.
now. Nothing in this episode is confirmed. I mean, truly nothing. Take this
At
video
least
as
in,
the only thing that I can
I don't
tell
know,
you with
Beauty
full
Queen world.
confidence is that Yu Menglong, a famous, beloved Chinese actor with over 25 million followers,
How did you learn
so
Tagalog
the
words?
actor is dead.
You see all
And
these
the facts
people
around his
here?
death are very suspicious in my opinion, and the government
They be
is
teaching me
very
weird
even
Tagalog.
more suspiciously, and that's it. I can't confirm with certainty. Really
For almost
anything
a
else
year
about
now.
this case. So to err on
No,
the side
it's
of
been a
caution,
year
just assume
now.
that everything, other than the fact that Yu Menglong is dead, and that everything about his passing is being censored, everything really outside of those two facts, we don't know anything. And as of right now, legally, nobody has been detained, convicted, or has spoken out. Everything is alleged. Legally speaking, his death has been ruled an accident, even though nobody believes that. And I will say that the conspiracies here, they range from believable to, some of them seem initially very far-fetched. They're very intense. They seem like they would come
Kuya,
from a movie
natanggal.
or a novel. And they're very grim, but they're very specific and they're dark. And I will say that even dealing with conspiracy theories in America, oftentimes reality is not that dark. Sometimes it's not that deep. Sometimes the conspiracies just have a life of its own and it snowballs into something so dark and so crazy that it's so unbelievable. And then you have times
Namamas
where
ko po.
conspiracies are so dark, so unbelievable, so bad,
I don't
and then the
have
truth
anything
is so
for
much
you.
worse. So like we don't know what
Go
the case
back
is here.
from
So with that
someone else.
disclaimer, I know it doesn't really have to be stated, but do your own research, come to your
Old
own conclusions.
roasting nuts.
That is highly recommended for this particular case. And lastly, there will be a few clips throughout this episode that allegedly captured Yu Menglong's last moments alive. These are audibly more graphic. There's
Yeah,
not really anything visual graphic, so we will have an
Spaghetti
audio
is
disclaimer
spicy.
before each clip is played to give you a moment to fast forward if
Chili.
you want to skip these portions. Additionally, I want to make it clear, like we are not including these
Hi,
clips
Lady
as
Sparrow.
just to showcase Yu Menglong's last
Hi.
moments allegedly before he passed, but these clips are the only alleged evidence that Yu Menglong was tortured, or like direct evidence from that night allegedly. It's not just to
I love
showcase
spicy
his
food.
moments. It's like this is what people are holding on to, and this is what people are saying authorities need to keep investigating. I do believe that this video is going to be age restricted, potentially just naturally suppressed by the algorithms, but I just want to include as much of the key information as possible because it's messy out there. And if this does end up getting censored to the point where, because sometimes it happens, there will be an uncensored version or a less censored version, the video podcast on Spotify under Rotten Mango Video. So with that being said,
อร่อยมาก
September 12th, 2025.
เสีย bought for me
Circulating. And there's dozens of names on there. High-profile celebrities, very wealthy producers, directors, executives in the entertainment industry, and almost overnight, this is a witch hunt. This list is getting dropped into forums, random group chats, best hiking equipment forum. This list has been dropped. Group chats of school moms for pickup. This list has been getting dropped. The comment sections of videos that have nothing to do with this, people going fishing. This list is getting dropped. People are copying and pasting and dumping this list anywhere that they can. And just as quickly as this list gets dumped everywhere, entire comment sections are getting deleted. Entire forums are getting deleted. Entire accounts are being suspended. It's like having a glass cup on the table. Someone keeps coming in there and dumping this list, dumping water in there. Someone walks up, dumps it back out, and it keeps happening nonstop. But whoever is pouring the water, whoever's dumping this list, the group of people, they are working much faster because the list is getting out there. And people are on a witch hunt on social media. They are looking for the accounts of every single person on this list. They are leaving comments on their social media pages. You're gonna rot for what you did. Just you wait. Even the heavens are pissed. You deserve to be in jail, and we're gonna make sure you get there. You can't hide forever. Where are you? It almost feels like the Chinese Epstein list of sorts, with everyone on social media trying to spread the list around, figuring out when each person was proven to become a member of this list, what evidence is there for them to be on this list. People are trying to create mass threads, and there's videos and pictures of them attached to the whole thing. See, that's them. You can see them in the back of this video where Yu Menglong is, and this is like a phone strap that they were using from a week ago, and like this whole thing, this list is basically career death. One famous singer whose name is on that list, he goes from being relatively successful to just selling 15 tickets for his next upcoming concert. 15 tickets. Most people can invite their family members and sell more than 15 tickets without being a household name. Celebrities have been accused of cheating on their spouses, committing crimes against women, and they still...
That singer had to cancel the concert
Yeah.
because he only sold 15 tickets.
Like, this list is very serious. I mean, to give you context, you've seen it. Celebrities have been accused of cheating on their spouses. Celebrities have been accused of committing crimes against women, and they'll still have hundreds, if not thousands,
What are you
of tickets
doing
sold to
here?
their concert. This guy has 15 concert tickets sold. What the hell did the people on this list do to get this type of reception? They were there that night when Yu Menglong died. They were all at the dinner party that ended when Yu Menglong's life ended. In Beijing, China, near the financial district, there is a compound of apartment buildings. Ironically, they're called the Sunshine Upper East Compound. It's just a cluster of these very tall apartment buildings all centered around these little pockets of gardens, which if you live in a city like Beijing, living in a building with a large residential park is probably the easiest way to show that you have money. It's said that the cluster of buildings, the Sunshine Upper East Compound, there's at least 50 celebrities that live in this compound. It's a very high-end residential area. A bunch of wealthy retired couples, business executives, government officials. Naturally, all the entry points into the compound are typically controlled. There's 24-hour management, security on site. They have CCTV cameras throughout all the buildings. Nothing really happens at Sunshine Upper East Compound. Like, really. I will say the biggest problem that Sunshine Upper East Compound had
Hey,
in
Ben,
recent
look at
years was
that. Iran.
a bigger, better, more upscale building opened up across the street, so a lot of the celebrities left, while the high-profile residents were moving out.
Okay, bye.
That was the biggest problem. Until September 11th, 2025, 5:10 a.m. And by most accounts, this is what happened. An older woman, potentially grandma age, so they call her the grandma. She's walking her husky, her big dog, and her husky starts barking, pulling her towards building 18 of this compound. So she's still inside of this private building area, but towards building 18. She doesn't live in building 18, so she's pulling the dog away, but the husky is just dead set on going to building 18. She walks over there, because this is the husky's walk, and she sees a man laying there face down outside of building 18. It's 5 in the morning. It's still dark. She's a grandma. I don't know how well her eyesight works. She initially thinks, this guy's drunk and passed out outside the apartment building. She's thinking, what has this good neighborhood turned to? What's going on? She tisk tisk, shakes her head, walks up.
Okay. Sorry. รับงานละครอยู่ไหมคะรับค่ะ Why so dark? The news about it's Hey Beyonce, I don't like this song of yours. Love the Halloween pig. Guys, can I come back? I need some nap.
All I know is we can go anywhere, we can do
No.
anything, go ahead.
No is the new yes. So bye guys. We'll be back.